So I don't know about you, but if there's one thing that I've come to really enjoy at this age in my life, which you have no idea, and I guess it doesn't really matter, but even for you, maybe you can relate. So I really enjoy being surprised, pleasantly surprised. Usually I have expectations, and um, after having your expectations or your um, I don't know, the way you expected things to go. Um, when you find you're right more times than not, you really do get into patterns, and sometimes those patterns will cause you to either miss out on something or just to assume that things will always be that way. So this is a lesson learned for me. This is obviously an action figure review, and this is an action figure that I never would have picked up in the past. It would have never occurred to me, anything like that. But I saw it as a pretty good deal. It looked pretty cool. And, again, I'm under quarantine here. So, what's available? And yeah, he was available and know nothing about him. And so, I guess let me also say that if you're here for an informed, educated view from a Dragon Ball Z guy on this figure, you might want to just go somewhere else because I'm not the guy. I know nothing about this guy. Knew nothing about him. I only know his name now. Let me tell you everything I know about his backstory. I bought him. That was it. That's as much as I know. Yeah, but this is Dragon Ball Z SH Figuarts or Figuarts. Man, I have no idea how to really pronounce this. I'm just going off the way it looks. So I'm going with SH Figuarts. Dragon Ball Z Jiren. So I don't know Dragon Ball Z. I do, however, know pretty cool action figures. I've got quite a few of those. I've got quite a bit of basis for comparison. Let's run this guy around the turntable and you'll get a good look at him. So my honest feedback on him is he is incredible. I know that I complain about the way that some imports feel like, flimsy, or, I've left the area of toys and into articulated art, and all those things are true. I guess only in some cases, with this guy being a very notable exception. This guy's beefy. You'll see when I get him down here from the stand. I just wanted to give you a quick look at him with the 360 view up on the turntable. So let's stand him upright and get a better look at him. Some better perspective here. Let me drop that thing off his hand, and we'll just put him like that. Let's go ahead and adjust the camera then too. Dun dun dun. Jiren in all of his glory, whatever glory that is. I don't know if he's good. I don't know if he's bad. I don't know how old he is. He looks like, part of an alien species that, matures around the age of 6. And I put him at about 3. So, yeah. But the way he looks in his face, and this was the best head. I mean, there's other heads, and this was the best head in my opinion. Again, I don't know jack about the dude, and he also comes with normal colored hands, plenty of different things, different hands, etc. But that's not what drew me to him. What drew me to him is look at him. So anatomically speaking, this is a pretty imposing looking dude. I don't own any of the human-looking characters from SH Figuarts. I only own like 4 of them, and all of them are definitely not human or human-looking. I would put this guy in that category. However, the build on this dude is intimidating, beefy as can be. Yeah, and then you get a feel for him, right? And he's not flimsy. He's kind of solid. He moves smoothly. Not a whole lot of hitch in his giddy up, so to speak. His articulation is actually quite wonderful, and where it does articulate, you see how it's engineered to sort of cover it, right? So there's not huge gapping issues. And look at these knees, even with this beef going on, ankles, toes. So all the articulation you should expect from an import figure, especially an SH Fig Arts. But this is the next level in that it feels very, very playable. I would put this up against, some of like the Storm collectibles as far as size, better articulation though, unencumbered by sort of that outer shell, which feels and looks fantastic. So I'm not complaining about Storm, but this feels like the next level, weirdly enough. Even though you would think skin is the next level, this is, got you all the look. So I guess if your figure's naked, that skin thing makes sense. I guess a lot of Storm figures are, so maybe I should just shut up. But with clothes on anyway, this guy is pretty awesome. Great articulation. I mean, everything you could want, basically, in an action figure movement. And again, anatomically, just a beast. Um, yeah, so I don't know jack about Jiren, but I know I like Jiren. Uh, do, do you need anything else? Again, after several years on this planet, what you quickly realize is it doesn't matter what other people think. Matter of fact, the less you care about what other people think, the more you're going to enjoy the things you have and the things you do. So I don't really care what other people think about this because he's awesome. And I think that anybody that's into action figures should consider checking this out because I don't think this is going to be, you know, um, one of those really hard to get figures or really pricey. I don't think he's in the range of geez, what's that cat's name? Well, I can't even think of it. But at any rate, he's I don't think he's going to be in that range of like, several $100s or anything like that. I think he's going to stay reasonably inexpensive. And if you're looking for a guy that'll scale well with your 6-inch figures, not to mention look intimidating as hell and be fun to play with on top of it, this guy you might want to check out. Jiren. Yeah, like I said, just you see me sitting here playing with him, and there's really not a lot of gap issues. He plays well up top, down bottom, rotation everywhere you want it. I mean, crazy posability, but at the same time, let's look how stable he is. I mean, bang, with hardly any adjustment whatsoever. Yeah, so dude, check it out. I'd highly recommend it. Again, I have no idea whether he's good or bad. I just have him fighting another fighter on a shelf, and he just belongs because this dude is intimidating as hell and fun and cool. So pick him up if you can. If not, borrow somebody's. Do something. Trade for it. You can't miss. This is cool. All right, peace. Damn it! Why do I keep saying that? Later, or I gotta come up with my own catch thing. No, hell with that. Bye.